Hello YouTube and the tribe of the horror realm. We're up to day 7, the final day of the HORRORman challenge. It's been a very interesting 7 days because you'd always come up with something different. Sorry, manic cat. Anyhow, 7th day, and it comes down to favorite ending with nudity in it. So anyways, our favorite...
No.
What?
No. It's your favorite ending without nudity.
Oh, then I got nothing. You might as well go.
First of all, I would like to pick the Wizard of Oz.
Raise your voice.
First of all, I'd like to pick the Wizard of Oz because the ending is so symbolic. She never really left home to begin with because in Oz they were all with her. The Scarecrow, the Tin Man, and the Lion were all the workers that were on the farm. And also, what's the wizard's name?
Professor Marvel.
Professor Marvel also comes to see Dorothy at the end of the movie. And she wakes up and she says, "You were there, and you were there, and you were there, you all were there." So it was like, she never really left home. And she always had the power to come home. So, there's really no place like home, is there?
Raise your voice.
Okay. My second one is Mary Poppins. Now, after the movie, the father really doesn't care about the children, what they're doing, where they're going, or whatever. And Mary Poppins comes along and she changes his view about that. It makes him find out that his children are the most important thing in the world. And at the end of the movie,
She takes off her top, right?
no. And at the end of the movie, he takes his children on an outing to fly a kite. Because all the children wanted was to be loved by their dad, and for them to be the most important thing in his life. And she made that happen.
And fly kites?
It's an outing. It's something they used to do back in the day. You never fly a kite?
I'm sure there's a number of people that have told me go fly a kite.
Mary Poppins is one of my favorite movies. It's very cheerful.
Alright, so there are a lot of good movies with great endings. Almost all your classic movies, because that's what you remember, those classic endings. A couple honorable mentions, and again, spoiler alert. 1953, Shane, starring Alan Ladd. And you see Shane, his head down, riding off. The little boy shouting, "Shane, don't go!" And that's how the movie ends. And you don't really know for sure if he's just moving on or if he did die. He did get shot. Yeah, it's kind of open-ended. Kind of came to me two particular films. There is, of course, Halloween. What's so special about the ending? Well, you got to also figure it's 1978. We didn't have unstoppable killers that just, no matter what you did to bodily harm them, they kept going. Throughout the whole movie, we see Michael Myers as this escaped crazy man that wore a mask, terrorizing a babysitter. At the very end, he's shot and falls out the window, and then Dr. Loomis checks on Laurie Strode. she asks him if that was the boogeyman. He turns and looks back down, and Michael is gone. And he says, yes, it was the boogeyman. Then we get some encapsulating shots of the home, the whole area, and you just hear his breathing. He's out there. So in 1978, that was something brand new to see that killer that is just unstoppable. This was before Jason, before Freddy. You are now introduced to an unstoppable monster. Also, real quick, didn't think about it until now, but John Carpenter's The Thing. The very end of the movie, when you get Yaphet Kotto and Kurt Russell together out there, the whole place has been blown to hell. They're the last two survivors, and they're looking at each other, and you just do not know which one of them is just going to split in half and turn into the thing. All you know is that they're probably going to freeze out there. And finally, my number one pick for this, The Godfather. When the movie starts, we're introduced to an idealistic young Michael Corleone, a war hero. By the end of the movie, his frantic wife asks him about what he's gotten himself involved in. He gives her the one shot to ask, and when she asks it, he lies right to her face. He goes into the office, and the last scene we see is the door being closed as he's about to conduct family business. And it shows where the man has finally gone to. He has become far more manipulative and threatening than his father ever was. And that closing scene, as you see them closing the doors and a gentleman going up and paying honor to the new Godfather, it's just a great ending to a great film. And of course, you watch Godfather, you have to watch Godfather too. It's just the way it is. I go to my friend's house and he's got it on, and I was like, you bastard, now I'm stuck here for the next 3 hours, 4 hours watching the movies. Just can't walk away from them. So that's our picks, and want to thank Joe the HORRORman for doing a great competition and for being a fantastic YouTuber and a real key cog in the horror realm. So I guess another month he's going to come up with something new, and it might be, who knows, it could be the 7 days of nudity.
Thank you, Joe. It was fun.
Alright, that's it.
Bye.
Go home.